My sunny bottom is awesome with me in action, which is very cute. But we don't talk about our dynamic enough for me to feel free to play. She hasn't expressed clear boundaries. We're basically saying the same thing in both of those statements. We don't talk about our dynamic enough for me to feel free to play, and she hasn't expressed clear boundaries. They are one of the same. I have a 2-part series here on YouTube about crafting your dynamic, high protocol, low protocol, scheduling versus spontaneous, and all the cues that go into that. I have all of that worksheets, downloads, companion resources for you on Patreon. Just look for the Power Exchange bundle for newbies. Because in that, we talk about the importance of a fence line, and that's what you're going to need to build. And anyone who is building a dynamic, rebuilding a dynamic, new to the lifestyle, this is why I call it the fence line. I get this analogy, this principle based off of a study that was done where 2 identical groups of toddlers, like kindergarten age, 5, 6 years old, identical groups, same number of kids in each group. They were taken to a playground in the first case, and they were taken to a playground in the second group. In the first group, they had a teacher. In the second group, they had a teacher. In the first group, playground was the same as the second group. The only difference between group A and group B is group A was taken to a playground without a fence. It was a state-of-art playground, a beautiful, spread of toys and equipment for these kids to play on, but there was no fence. And the children stayed right in the middle of the playground, really, really close to their teacher. They wanted to go play, they wanted to run around, but they didn't know where the boundary was, and so they stayed really close to the middle, and they didn't really play or move or really enjoy the playground. Conversely, in the second group, again, same age kids, same amount of kids, same teacher, same playground, same equipment. The only difference between group A and group B, there's a fence around the playground. And the researchers, when they observed the kids, again, same age kids, they saw them behave a completely different way. They departed from their teacher very quickly, and they ran around and they enjoyed all of the equipment. They ran right up to the fence and even stuck their little fingers through. They explored every nook and cranny of the playground. Why? Because boundaries equal safety. Boundaries equal safety. And if you don't know where your submissive's boundaries are in that playground, so to speak, you will operate as group A. You'll have all of these toys, you'll have all of these ideas, you'll have an eager submissive wanting to play, wanting to explore, but you're going to stay right in the center, very unsure about where you can go because you don't have the safety, the assurance of a clear boundary line. Where I know exactly, I can go right up to that fence. I can even stick my fingers through that fence, but I'm not crossing the line. Boundaries provide safety and boundaries provide confidence. So no wonder you don't feel free to play. You're like the kid in the middle of the playground going, oh my gosh, look at all these equipment, look at all of these options. But I don't want to violate. I don't want to step over a line. I don't want to be abusive. I don't want to hurt my submissive. So I'm going to back off and not do anything or do very, very mild play that really doesn't even hit subspace because I don't know where the boundary is. And this is why safe words are not just for submissive. Safe words and boundaries are for dominants too, because they give us the confidence to go, oh, okay, I know that's where the fence is over here. I know the fence is over here. The fence is okay. Great. I can go wherever the fuck I want now within the boundary, within the fence line. All right? Does that make sense?